And now he has a Sacred Trial. There you go. Was this awesome or what? Oh man, this was awesome. I love this play. Because I was thinking about this for Tarim, but the truth is that I knew that I had that Sacred Trial and that there would be a time to just use it. So this was pretty cool. This was pretty cool. Hello beautiful people, welcome to another episode of Building in Casual, and it's the first time that I'm recording a Building in Casual episode with a deck that I did not build myself. Some time ago, a user on Earthbound called iFazal11 asked me to build a very specific deck, a Dragon Handbuffadin, and I did think about the idea of creating videos. There was another colleague of mine that asked me if I could make videos, deck building videos of building the decks and recording the process of building the decks. But at some days later, Man-at-Arms, a very well-known member of the Earth, of the Hero Power community, announced that he was going to do exactly that, but on Twitch. And I thought that it was a much better idea to do it interactively than to do it in a video format like I usually deliver my content. So I sent him the idea from my Fazal, and his second stream was actually the Dragon Handbuff Paladin, and it turned out to be a really, really cool deck. So I'm going to show you that game today, but first and foremost, and before the game, I want to give a shout out to Man-at-Arms and his project Deck Builders HS. I will leave all of these links in the description of the video, but follow him. He's going to do 2 decks per month, if I'm not mistaken, so every couple of weeks. He's a really good deck builder. He will not do just wild, so let your standard friends know about this project. And one of the really cool things about this project is that he goes through the process of building, playing, refining. And his refinement is focusing on making the deck competitive. So that's a really cool twist. If you watch my videos for some time, you know that I'm more on the casual side of things, of just exploring concepts. He's the real deal. Okay, so follow him on Twitter. Check out his streams on Twitch. Enjoy the game, and after the game, I will return to talk a little bit about the deck. Okay, so see you in a bit.
Uther versus Garrosh.
Alrighty then. I just had like an awesome game against I want nothing of this. I want buffs and righteous protectors and that kind of stuff. I've seen worse. So I was saying I just had a nice game against a dude paladin, but the guy, oh, this is gonna be fun, or not, you'll see. But the guy was a sore loser in the end and left me hanging. That looks fine.
The light dims, but we fight.
Let's see where this takes us. Maybe I should have waited a bit more. Maybe not. We'll see. He's not going to attack. That's interesting. That's really interesting, isn't it? Huh. Well, I'm going to attack here because his turn 4 is the Razor, so he will crack this, so I prefer to just put the damage early on. That's really the only point of playing this now. I don't feel too confident about this this matchup, to be honest. Because this deck is very board centric, and these guys. Is he going to do nothing? Okay. Okay. It would be lovely to play the Bookworm here. It would be lovely to play the Bookworm here. Lovely. But I'm just going to crash this guy. He's gaining quite a bit of armor.
Once upon a time.
I'm hoping that Azure Drake is good here. Oh. Oh. Okay. Do I really want this?
I wonder.
Because I can play a next turn, right? On the other hand, in the next turn I want to play... No, I just want to draw. That's quite alright. So I'm going to do nothing because I'm hoping that he doesn't attack, so that I can deal with the Bookworm. But I'm not entirely sure if that's going to be possible. So we'll see. We'll see. Why would someone run Heroic Strike in this deck? He should go face. That's the right thing to do here. Yes. Unfortunately for him. Okay. It's time to do stuff. So... Okay. And the next turn is going to be Volunteer. Next turn is going to be Volunteer. That was, I mean, I'm pretty sure that it never crossed his mind. It never crossed his mind that I would have. So is this Volunteer or is this guy? With Volunteer I can still kill that thing, right? I'll get 3 damage, but that's okay. Yeah, it's Volunteer. Because I want to just...
For justice.
That's fine. So it's very likely that this guy also runs like N'Zoth. I did build a Taunt Warrior. I built a bunch of Taunt Warriors. It's the warrior archetype that I played the most, I believe. I've tried it with N'Zoth, so N'Zoth is a possibility. But if he only has like 2 N'Zoth cards, it's not enough. Oh man, this is a really weird build. It's just plain weird. Sure. He cannot kill this, right? But yeah, but I want to play these 2 together. Right? Alright. I can also play this guy and make him... Nah, but I want this guy buffed. So I'm just going to draw first. That's a Bookworm. Now, is there anything that I don't want to buff here? I don't mind buffing any of these, right? So I'm just going to go for the win.
For justice.
And it's buffing this, which is cool. So now he will have to deal with this guy. Or take more, or 4 more to the face. I am not in a rush at all to... It's going down on resources, which is cool. So I can deal with this right now and leave a 5/4 on board, which is not really amazing. Or I can just ignore him completely. Maybe I should have held
Let me think.
the Volunteer thing. I think I'm just going to deal with this, right?
I wield the power. The battle.
And I don't want to play anything because I really want like a big turn with Grand Street Enforcer. In fact, the cool thing would be here to get a Smuggler's Run.
Reporting for duty.
That would be awesome. That would probably trigger a brawl. But we will see. A Tar Lord. Okay, this is my opportunity to do the thing. And he's still a couple of minions away from that, so we'll see. I can also just go over him, which probably I'm going to do. Oh no, that's a 5 while I'm here. So it's time to do it.
Wanna see the voodoo I do?
You gotta pay off.
You're gonna pay up, my friend. I'm going to attack with this one because this will leave me at 6. And when this guy dies, it's going to put another one. Well played. Does he have 2 more taunts in his hand? It's quite possible. That's fine, man. That's quite alright. Oh, he did it. Now, the likelihood of that being a brawl is really, really low. Like, really low. Okay? So, I am just going to do something quite cool. Which is I can handle this one with this one. So I'm just going to buff some more.
Let me think.
Right? Right.
You gotta pay off.
I'm more than happy to do this, right? I am.
Don't be shy.
To battle.
Just preparing to let it go. Now these guys are massive, and I will be playing, so it's not like he's going to kill most of this stuff with just one shot. So let's say that he attacks here. Yeah. Now I have Volunteer, and I'm just going to kill that guy. Alright, man. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Sure, man. That's not going to survive for long. So,
For justice.
this dies. And this dies too. This is not going to be an easy game, my friends. That's what I have to tell you. Not an easy game. I have to keep chipping away at that armor until I deal with this guy. Yeah. This is the smart thing to do, because he will always consistently be creating a new one. Still have one Smuggler's Run, one another Spotty Store in Bran. I have not used Bran so far.
What now?
And here comes Sulphurous. Still not enough, man. No, he's going to attack with this one. That's cool. But he doesn't have any, so that's cool. So that's quite alright. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to attack him directly. Just kill this guy. And play this fella. And this fella. And basically I might have lethal. Because he doesn't want to attack with his face any of these, right? So whatever he deals with, he needs to deal with the two of them. Which, as you know, it's not going to happen. So even if he's able to kill this guy, I'm playing this guy. This guy is going to give 2 whelps, and the 2 whelps, one of them or this guy is going to be... So the play here is to play this guy. Oh no, it's game over. And it's done. This is a really cool deck. Really cool deck. Right now I'm playing in casual. I've played 5 games, 5 or 6 games, and I lost just 1. It's pretty cool. I think that this deck is leather worthy in the hands of a capable player. Hello again, and I hope you enjoy the game. Let's talk a little bit about the deck. So the deck is a Dragon Paladin for the most part, which uses some of the typical Dragon Paladin cards like the Consort, and then has a bunch of hand buff mechanics. Namely, Smuggler's Run, which I guess it's a must-have in all of hand buff mechanics, but also the Grime Street Enforcer, which is again one of those cards that for hand buff paladins it's a must-have, but it has a very interesting addition of Drakari Enchanter. And the whole idea of Drakari Enchanter is basically to use the Enforcer to buff twice in the same turn, which is pretty powerful. I've had, for instance, turn 8s with these 2 cards, and then they kill the Grime Street Enforcer. The Drakari Enchanter is already buffed, so they don't deal with it, and then on turn 9 I just play another Enforcer and some Taunt, for instance. And it's pretty much GG from that moment on. A card that I really like in this deck is Sergeant Sally. I only used this card once in a Reno Lock deck, just to have a way to deal with small annoying minions early on. But Sergeant Sally does a lot of work. The thing with Sergeant Sally is that you need to play and to think ahead of your play. So this deck is really, really nice. Give it a shot. I think it's a perfectly viable deck. Mad at Arms did a great work with it. And I invite you to follow Mad at Arms and follow Deck Builders HS and try out this deck. This was a really, really cool, like 3 weeks until we got here, but this deck is just amazing and it's really cool to play. So have fun, try it out, and I'll see you in a couple of days with a new video. Okay, until then, bye bye.